Hello everybody, welcome back to Ouroboros Tarot. So today's pick a card reading is looking into what it is that how they see you, what it is that they're seeing within you currently. And I have 4 piles for you guys to choose from today. Pile 1, pile 2, pile 3, and pile 4. Go ahead and pause this video if you need to. Take as much time as you need to find the pile that sits right with your energy as well as with your person's. And I will see you in a minute. Hello pile 1. So today's pick a card reading is looking into how your person is currently viewing you, how they see you. And this top card here is advice for the very end. So we'll go ahead and put that to the side until we're ready. And we're going to do oracles and tarot at the same time. So to start with your oracles, we have child nature. The light attribute is friendship with animals, communication with nature spirits. And the shadow attribute is tendency to abuse animals, people, and the environment. We also have the vessel, earthworm, Cape Petrel. The keyword is filter. The hermit. The light attributes are seeks solitude to focus intently on inner life, serves personal creativity. And the shadow attributes are withdraws from society out of fear or negative judgments of others, refusing to help those in need. And we have number 25, round and round. Let's also go ahead and pull tarot. How does pile 1's person currently view pile 1? Okay, so we have the 5 of Cups, the Knight of Wands, we have the 3 of Swords, okay, and we have the Hermit again, and we have Temperance. So we'll go ahead and we'll start with these cards here, and then I'll pull clarifiers as we go. Okay, so how do they see you? Pile 1, I would say that this person is currently viewing you as somebody who is really having a wake-up call of some kind, or who's really working on themselves in a way in which others might be very fearful to actually put in the work in the way in which they seem to think that you are putting in the work. Or they feel as though you have gone through a great deal of challenges in life, many of which have been, or all of which have been very, very unfairly brought on. And you're having to sift through that. You're having to work through things that aren't your fault, but you're taking responsibility and healing. And I would say that they're viewing this as a work in progress currently for you. I get the feeling that they see you as somebody who wants better for themselves, who isn't quite sure necessarily who they can trust, or even if you can trust yourself entirely. It seems like you're not quite sure of yourself yet, and you might avoid really deep connections, or you might be like with the Hermit coming out twice. It seems like you are very withdrawn, like you would rather work on yourself and do the inner work, because perhaps in the past you've used others as a way in which to feel better, and it seems like they're looking at you as somebody who's recognizing that the cycles that continuously repeat themselves in your life, you're finally recognizing are no longer working for you. And it seems like they view you as somebody who's kind of tired of their bullshit, or is kind of taking responsibility for perhaps where their current circumstances have arrived at, if that makes sense. There seems to be pain here that is currently being worked through, sadness here that's currently being worked through, explored. They don't see you as somebody who is avoiding the pain. They see you as somebody who is really trying to hold it together, really trying to be a good person, be the best version of themselves. I get the feeling with the Knight of Wands here that they also see you as somebody who is like really fun to be around, really spontaneous, perhaps impulsive, but there's like a fire within you that continues to burn regardless of how many times it rains. They see you as somebody who, even though you've gone through a great deal of challenges or a great deal of heartbreak, a great deal of pain for whatever reason, you've still managed to not let those hurts spill on over into other people or into other beings. They see you as somebody who's very kind, very gentle, very delicate when it comes to the emotions and the heart space of others. But yeah, with round and round here, I would say that they definitely feel as though you are breaking out of cycles. Let's keep going. How is it that they are currently viewing pile 1? Okay, so we have Strength, the Nine of Wands. We have the Three of Pentacles, the Six of Pentacles, and the Two of Swords. And then on the back of the deck, we have the Hierophant. Okay. This person, like, really, I would say, is in awe or admires the way in which you are able to, like, perhaps like outwardly you appear to be very successful when on the inside there's pain here that you're currently working through. There's wounds that you were trying to heal. And they see you as somebody who is, I would say, successful and compassionate, and perhaps somebody who doesn't see the really beautiful qualities about themselves. Like, I get the feeling that they feel as though you're rather hard on yourself. But somebody who doesn't give up, you're somebody who endures and has their back. Like, you have your own back. You're not going to let yourself down. You seem to be like a really solid figure in your own life. But there's definitely heartbreak here, and I'm kind of curious, like, I'm kind of wondering if for some of you this connection has come to an end of some kind, and they currently are under the impression that this is something that is really hurting you. But at the same time, it kind of feels like this is something that, like, when it comes to connections, when it comes to relationships, when it comes to intimacy, it seems as though you are somebody who is really trying, in the very least, is attempting at practicing self-respect and not giving energy to those who are not giving energy to you in return. They see you as somebody who is really, really, really trying to advocate for themselves and stand up for themselves, express what it is that they need, express what it is that they deserve, and walk away. And you're somebody who's willing to walk away when like what's being served isn't what you're worthy of. And it might be really, really difficult with this earthworm energy here. It might be something that's like very new to you. It might be something that you don't feel as though you're really adept in, but like there's just this element of like them seeing you beyond what you feel as though you're not good enough in. And even if you don't feel like you are like a professional, or like something such as walking away when what you deserve isn't being served is perhaps something that's difficult for you, but they see it as like, even though it's difficult for you, you still do it when so many other people won't. And yeah, I also get the feeling with strength, or not with strength, with temperance and the Two of Swords, like they might be viewing you as somebody who's like kind of lost, or like just like doesn't trust their decisions when in fact they should. Like it seems like from an outsider's perspective, the decisions that you make for yourself are ones that are actually really enhancing and fertilizing your healing, fertilizing your peace. It seems like they're seeing you as somebody who's made some really difficult decisions in the recent past. And in having done this, you are really setting yourself up for a brighter future. That's what they are seeing in you. Let's see, what else would I like to do? Let's see. Let's go ahead and get some more oracles. They see you as somebody with this Hierophant here. I would also say that they're seeing you as somebody who is much wiser, like wise beyond their years, is somebody who is challenging themselves. I don't know. They see you as somebody much more powerful than perhaps you feel right now. How is it that pile one's person sees pile one? Okay, we have new moon, number 45. We have relief, number 12, and we have gratitude, number 35. So if this is somebody that you are currently in separation with, like if this is something where this new moon is indicative of like a fresh start in terms of like walking away from this connection, they're seeing you as somebody who is like actually winning. Like perhaps you don't feel like you're winning right now, but they see you as somebody who has done the right thing for themselves. And they see you as somebody who perhaps like you don't necessarily see what the clear, like you don't see the path to your future, but from what they can tell, from what they see, you've made the right decisions for yourself. And in the future, in the near future, you are really going to be proud of yourself. You're really going to understand why things, I would say, between the two of you transpired in the way in which they did. They see you like really on the path to finding joy, is what I would say. When it comes to your advice, we have the Badger. And the question that the Badger asks itself is, am I fully claiming my authority? Defend. So what the Badger talks about is, like, Badger energy is all about standing up for your freedoms, for your autonomy. The Badger doesn't pay attention to the size of its enemy or what is attacking it. It fiercely defends its autonomy. It fiercely defends itself when someone is trying to take away their personal power. And if this is something that you're working on currently, your guides are telling you that you're on the right path. And if this is something that you have been really kind of tinkering with, or have been doubting in yourself when it comes to wondering whether or not the people in your life deserve to be perhaps given boundaries, or however it's resonating for you, this is saying that like your sense of judgment is spot on, and it's a good thing to stand up for yourself. It's a good thing to not allow other people to take away your personal power. But that's what I'm seeing for you, pile 1. I would love to hear about how this resonated. I know it probably felt very heavy, but from my perspective, from an outside perspective, this honestly is like very positive, in the sense of at least how you're being perceived currently. And I genuinely think that there's a lot of truth to this, especially with the advice that has come out, that you're really on a path currently to self-empowerment. And while the path might be really difficult, you're heading toward a new chapter in your life that is full of joy and personal power, personal empowerment, of evolution. You're evolving, and it's very beautiful. But yeah, if you would like to comment and let me know how this resonated, I would love to hear about how it did. If you'd like to book a private reading with me, you can do so in my Etsy shop. I have the link in the description box of this video. Don't forget to subscribe so that I'll have the chance to read for you in another video soon. And know that I'm wishing you the best, pile 1. Bye. Hello, pile 2. So today we are going to be looking into how the person that you are inquiring about sees you. And this card here at the top is our advice for the end of the reading. So we'll go ahead and leave that there. And for your oracles today, we have the child orphan. The light attributes are independence based on learning to go it alone, conquering fear of surviving. And the shadow attributes are feelings of abandonment that stifle maturation, seeking inappropriate surrogate families. We also have the sea serpent, the zebra, and the key word for the zebra is stand. We have Kairos, and we have number 35, loyal heart. Let's also pull some tarot and see what else comes through. Okay, how does pile 2's person see pile 2? Okay, we have the 8 of Cups, the Queen of Swords, we have the Knight of Pentacles, we have the Wheel of Fortune, and let's get one more. And we have the 6 of Cups. Okay, and we'll go ahead and get more as we go along just to clarify things. Okay, I think it's interesting that we have, first and foremost, we have Kairos and the Wheel of Fortune coming out right underneath Kairos. And what this is telling me is that this person, for whatever reason, seems to think that you are either really lucky, like it could be that they're like looking at you from an outside perspective without having much knowledge of who you are, and they're seeing you as somebody who's really lucky or has like a lot of good things happen to them. But essentially what I sense that they're feeling, or what they're observing, is the fact that you are in alignment with yourself. You're in alignment with what it is that you desire. And so things kind of happen for you magically according to them, like in their perspective, that's what's happening. I also think that it's interesting that we have the 6 of Cups coming out right underneath loyal heart. They're seeing you as somebody, like this is definitely like a connection in which there's a deep friendship here, or a deep romantic connection of some kind, where they feel as though they can trust you entirely. And there's like a level of innocence here, like they feel as though You are not somebody who is out to get them or play them. There's just an immense amount of trust. They trust you. I would say that this person would trust you with their life. They just believe that you are somebody who does the right thing. They believe that if you are in a romantic connection with them, that you are committed to this connection. They see you as somebody who has a heart of gold, is what I would say, and who would do anything for the ones that they love. With zebra here, this to me is indicative of them feeling as though you would do anything to protect those that are close to you. You are somebody who has your loved ones' backs. I do think though, with child orphan, the sea serpent, the 8 of cups, and the Queen of Swords, I do get the feeling though, like perhaps at times you're fearful of, according to them, they see you as somebody who at times might be fearful of being perceived wrong, or be fearful of abandonment, being fearful of being left out. There's just like a fear of loss here, of what's important to you. And because of this, there might be moments in which you aren't completely honest or forthright about what your emotional desires are. Like you want to do so much for everybody else, but when it comes to you, you sometimes forget that your needs are important too and are worthy of being met by other people that love you. But yeah, and then with the Knight of Pentacles here, they see you as like a stable figure in their life. They see you as somebody who is here with roots, who wants to grow things. Like they don't see you as somebody who is flighty. They see you as somebody who is here and takes this connection perhaps very seriously, but definitely takes your connections with others and your relationships, your friendships very seriously. And you want to be a good friend to others, is what I would say. They see you as somebody who's really just overall a really good person to have. Like anyone would be lucky to have you in their life. But I get the feeling that they don't necessarily know if you feel as though you deserve to have people like you in your life. Yeah, let's go ahead and get more. How does pile 2's person see pile 2? Okay, so we have the 9 of Swords. We have Death. We have the 7 of Pentacles, the 8 of Swords, and we have the Ace of Cups. And then on the back of the deck, we have the Ace of Pentacles. Yeah, all the cards that just came out really confirm essentially what I was talking about. Like there's definitely a fear of abandonment here, a fear of people walking out on you, a fear of people leaving you for perhaps something else, or feeling as though if they found out your insecurities, if they found out the truth, even though like, I'm just interpreting the cards. Like, I don't think that this is actually something that would happen by any means, but there's just this fear, this worry of people walking away from you, of seeing you for who you are and then not feeling as though you're good enough. And with the Queen of Swords and then Death here, it's like they seem to think that you're somebody who kind of like silences their own voice, or kind of puts themselves last in order to lead others, or in order to kind of direct a connection in the way in which you'd like it to go. But like with the Ace of Pentacles, the 7 of Pentacles, and then the Knight of Pentacles, of course, like this person sees you as somebody who values others, and takes takes the intimacy that you bring into your life, takes the connections that you water into your life very seriously and respectfully. I get that, like, to me, this Eight of Swords with the Wheel of Fortune is telling me that, like, there's like an element of like, there's two things that are coming through. One of them is that, like, they're kind of scratching their heads, like wondering like how you have such good luck. But then there's also this element of them feeling as though perhaps at times you allow others, how do I want to say this? Like, I feel it, I just don't necessarily know how to say it. Like, it's like, if others are, like perhaps if others are treating you poorly, or if others are not showing up for you in the way in which you deserve, a lot of the times you will, rather than like stand up for yourself, kind of turn the other cheek in the name of like feeling as though what's meant to be will be. And they kind of wonder why, perhaps, and I think this is like a very specific message, but like there's like a wondering of why you don't cut those people off or like create boundaries. And I think that's just for like a select few of you, but it was definitely a message that was coming through, and like I needed to share it. But with the Six of Cups and the Ace of Cups, I get the feeling that for a lot of you, if this is a romantic connection, even if this is a friendship kind of connection, there's like an element here of feeling as though you are a soulmate. You are somebody that they want to have in their life for a really long time. You're somebody that brings them a lot of joy. You're somebody who warms their heart. You're somebody that lights up a room, perhaps. Like when you walk in to any room, you bring joy with you. You bring comfort to others with you. I almost feel like there's this ability that you have for some of you where you are not even perhaps even realizing it, but like helping others feel comfortable opening up their heart space at any given time when interacting with you. There's an element of like feeling as though you're a safe person. Like whenever you're around, it's a safe space. But that's what I'm seeing. Let's go ahead and get some more oracles really quickly. How does pile 2's person see pile 2? Okay, so we have magic. Number 3, we also have past life. And you know what? The Six of Cups can talk about past life connections. So this is confirming that they feel as though this is like a soul level connection. This is something that they feel so comfortable around you that they feel as though they've known you for a really long time. They feel like there's a magnetism to you with magic here. One more. How do they currently see pile 2? And we have veiled. Yeah. There's like what this is showing me is that this person sees you as somebody who is like a gift to others, somebody who is very, very special and rare. And there are elements that you hide like from others that are worthy of being seen. That's what I would say. Let's go ahead and pull your advice. So the advice for you is the striped skunk. And the question that the striped skunk asks is, what kind of release would protect clarity in my space? And the key word is clear. So I think this goes back to the idea that like it's that they're seeing you as somebody who's like fearful of like abandonment or rejection. And if that's not the case, then what this card is saying is that the path that you are on currently when it comes to creating boundaries is the right path for you. If that's something that you struggle with, this is a question that maybe you might want to ask yourself from time to time. What kind of release would protect clarity in my space? But yeah, this is what I'm seeing for you guys, pile 2. I would love to hear about how this resonated in the comment section down below. If you'd like to book a private reading with me, you can do so in my Etsy shop. The link is in the description box of this video. And yeah, please subscribe to my channel so that I'll have the chance to read for you in another video soon. Bye. Hello, pile 3. So today's pick a card reading is looking into how it is that the person on your mind is currently viewing you. And this card here is advice for the very end, so we'll go ahead and put that to the side. And for your oracles, we have the hero/heroine. The light attribute is passion for a journey of personal empowerment, and the shadow attribute is escapism, a false sense of heroism. We also have the flame, the swan, and the keyword is prejudice. We have the lion, the king. The light attributes are enlightened, benevolent leadership, benefiting those in your charge. And the shadow attributes are excessive feelings of entitlement, rulership without restraint. And we have number 51, milk and honey. Let's go ahead and pull a few tarot as well, see what comes through. Okay, well, we have the Hermit reversed. How does pile 3's person currently view pile 3? The Chariot. How does pile 3's person view pile 3? We have the 9 of Pentacles, the Magician. Okay. I'm going to take all of them. The 6 of Wands and the Tower. Okay, we'll go ahead and pull more tarot as we go, but this is good enough to get us started. And this person thinks very highly of you. This person thinks that you're very attractive. This person thinks that you're the bee's knees. They think that you're the whole package. This person is like super drawn to you, pile 3. They definitely want you, desire you in one way, shape, or form. So if this is a friendship, they definitely want to connect with you more, get to know you. I get the feeling that there's this element here of you kind of empowering others, like you have this ability to empower others. But there's this element here of like, so what I would say is that they see you as somebody who like is really, really in control of their life, who definitely has like certain goals for themselves, who has certain outcomes that they are viewing for themselves. Definitely somebody who knows who they are. And seems to be somebody who is really, really brave until it comes, I would say, to either this connection or to intimacy in general. And suddenly there's like a wall up where there's like this defensiveness where there's this like fear of being seen or fear of being vulnerable. There's definitely something here of like them kind of wondering why there's these walls up when they think that you're so wonderful and you seem to be somebody who's so confident in themselves. And so they're kind of wondering what is going on. They see you as somebody who's just like really beautiful, really capable, really like very much in their power. Somebody who goes after what it is that they want, somebody who has everything that it is that they need. But there's an element of pride here and an element of like being very, very fearful and like wanting to connect. Like I get the feeling that you might be, or they might be viewing you as somebody who like kind of wants closeness, wants intimacy, wants to connect with others, but then once it happens, there's fear that's instilled within you. And it's very difficult for you to kind of break down those walls. Let's keep going. What is it that pile 3, how do they see them? We have the Emperor. How does pile 3's person see pile 3? We have the 4 of Swords, Judgment. Okay. Let's see. This is a lot. Okay. Ay, ay, ay. Okay. They see you as somebody that has a really difficult time letting go of control. Like there's so much concern for needing to feel in control in order to feel safe that it prevents you from fully connecting with another person. I get the feeling with the Page of Pentacles, the 9 of Pentacles, and the Judgment that there's like an element here of them seeing you as somebody who has realized that you want more than, not that you need a connection. Like there's nothing here, like it seems like they see you as somebody who wants or desires to connect with another person rather than being on your own. Not because another person would complete you, but because they could add to the joy that you already have in your life. But this is something that feels very new to you, or seems as though it's very new to you, and you're still developing the skills or working on the skills in order to actually have an authentic connection. But like, they think that you're just like their perfect match, is what I would say. With the Wheel of Fortune, the Magician, and the 2 of Cups, it's like they feel as though you're everything it is that they desire. They got really lucky having met you. They feel as though this is like a really fated connection. They feel like they know you on a soul level. Like this is a connection that's meant to be. That you're perfect for them is how they feel. But there's like pride that's getting in the way. Like perhaps like you don't trust this person. With the 7 of Swords, the 6 of Wands, and the 4 of Cups is indicating to me that they feel as though you don't trust them, or you're not opening yourselves up to them to give them the opportunity to show you that they can be trusted. And it comes from fear. They see that you don't trust this connection because you're afraid of losing control. Yeah, that's what I'm seeing. Let's get let's get some more oracles. What is it? How does pile 3's person see pile 3? How does pile 3's person see pile 3? Okay, we have 28, air. How do they see pile 3? We have 18, water. And we have number 3, safe travel. Okay. So this could be something with safe travel here. This could be indicative of them acknowledging that there's like physical distance between the two of you. Like perhaps this is a long distance connection. But I think that this is like a very specific card for a very select few of you. But with air and water here, the biggest thing that I'm getting from this is that they see you as somebody who currently is at battle between their head and their heart. Now let's go ahead and get your advice. So the advice for you, pile 3, is the deer mouse. And the key word for the deer mouse is nest. And the question is, would more tenderness help? So, I mean, like what this card is telling me, what the encouragement is, that I'm seeing is encouragement to allow other people in to share perhaps the parts of yourself that you're afraid of sharing with others, and allowing them to show you tenderness, to show you gentleness, to show you kindness. Of course, you know your situation best, and you should always listen to your own intuition first and foremost. So if that's not resonating for you, I'm sure you have an interpretation that would better fit you and your situation. And of course, please listen to that. But that's what I'm seeing for you guys, pile 3. And I would love to hear about how this resonated. I'd love to hear about what's going on in the comment section if you feel so inclined. If you'd like to book a private reading with me, you can do so in my Etsy shop, and the link is in the description box of this video. And please subscribe if you haven't already, so that I'll have the chance to read for you in another video soon. Bye! Hello, pile 4. Today's pick a card reading is looking into how the person on your mind is currently seeing you. This card here is your advice for later in the reading, so we'll go ahead and put that to the side. And let's go ahead and look into your oracles. So we have Child Eternal. The light attributes are determination to remain young in body, mind, and spirit, ability to see things with fresh eyes, and the shadow attributes are an inability to grow up and be responsible, extreme dependency on others for physical security. We have the Oyster, Honey Badger, and the key word is delve, the Womb, and number 18, Serendipity. Okay, let's go ahead and also pull some tarot and see what comes through. Looking into how pile 4's person sees pile 4. How does pile 4's person see pile 4? We have the 9 of Swords. Okay, the Page of Wands. How do they see pile 4? How does pile 4's person see pile 4? Okay, we have the 2 of Cups reversed, the 5 of Wands, the Magician, and I am actually going to pull more cards too for the other piles. I didn't get clarifiers till later, but I would like to clarify these right now. How is pile 4's person seeing pile 4? Okay, so we have the 5 of Swords, the Ace of Wands, okay, the 7 of Pentacles, the Queen of Swords. How are they currently seeing pile 4? We have the 10 of Cups, and then on the back of the deck, we have the 10 of Swords. All right, I understand now. So, I get the feeling, I would say that this is, if this doesn't resonate, this probably isn't your pile. There either has been like some sort of argument, or you two are working on something currently together, or there is an element of them seeing you as somebody who is willing to put in the work when the going gets tough, is what I would say. So if that doesn't sound like you, if that doesn't sound like something that you two have gone through recently, this probably isn't your pile. But yeah, with the 2 of Cups being reversed, I was confused by this because the oracles that we have really don't give like 2 of Cups reversed energy, but with the 7 of Pentacles clarifying this, I understand what's going on, how they see you. And how they see you as somebody with this honey badger here, as somebody who is willing to put in the work, somebody who is a problem solver, and who values this connection enough to be patient, which is what the oyster represents, is patience a lot of the time. be patient, and they see you as somebody stable, a stable figure in their life, somebody who isn't just going to run off when an argument happens, or isn't going to just sever this connection when something feels uncomfortable. They see you as somebody who faces issues head on, who faces them respectfully, and who's reasonable about what can be done about said issues. I get the feeling though with like the Nine of Swords and the Five of Swords that like they also see you as somebody who perhaps doesn't feel the same way about them. Like there's an element here of you being worried. Like they see you as somebody who's worried that like they might look out for themselves and themselves alone. Like there's worry here that like they wouldn't do the same for you in return if it were the other way around. Like if it were, I don't know, like that's genuinely what I'm getting, is like they feel as though you're fearful of them not being all in with you. There's so much here, like everything here though, when it comes to how they see you is very, very positive. I would say with the Child Eternal and the Page of Wands and the Ace of Wands, that they see you as somebody who is just such a joy to be around. They see you as somebody who is young at heart, somebody who is living their life to the fullest, somebody who has really big dreams and ambitions for themselves, for this connection, somebody who thinks outside of the box even, perhaps. And somebody who I think with the Five of Wands and the Queen of Swords, they see you as somebody that they can really trust to tell them the truth. They don't feel as though you're somebody who's going to sugarcoat things or avoid difficult conversations. You're somebody who is capable of communicating in a clear and concise way, so that there's no room left for confusion. I think with the Magician and the Ten of Cups and the womb here, they see you as somebody who has the potential to be their long-term partner if you're not already. For a very select few of you, this womb and the Ten of Cups and the Magician is telling me that they see you as somebody who they would love to have parent their children or start a family with. But the womb doesn't necessarily have to like literally be about growing a child, like birthing a child. This is also just birthing anything. Like they see you as a teammate, as a partner in which you two can grow things together and create goals and accomplish dreams together. And with serendipity here, I would say that they see you as somebody who is absolutely meant to be in their life. They've lucked out. They feel as though they were fated to have met you. With the Ten of Swords here, I would say that like there's definitely an element of like putting something behind you from the past. Like they feel as though something that was hurtful in the past is kind of behind the two of you now. Yeah, let's go ahead and get some more oracles and see what else comes through. Whoops. Nothing flipped over, so we're gonna go ahead and leave them. How does this person see pile 4? How does pile 4's person see them? We have spiritual cleansing. How does pile 4's person currently see them? Okay, we have good fortune. How does pile 4's person currently see them? Okay. We have divine masculine and jealousy. So number 13, good fortune. Number 50, spiritual cleansing. Number 2, divine masculine. And number 23, jealousy. So jealousy is confirming to me what I was already talking about when it comes to them feeling as though you're concerned, like there's trust issues here on your end, and it may be because this person has actually betrayed you in the past, but they definitely feel as though that's not necessarily entirely healed yet. There's like with the Ten of Swords and then jealousy, like I kind of get the feeling that perhaps there's an element here of something having happened, and with the Two of Cups reversed too, something happening in your past that was very, very painful for you. And it's showing up here because like there's still an element of that pain within you. And with spiritual cleansing here, I think that they're genuinely feeling as though you are really actively trying to move past that to allow for a clean slate to happen. With divine masculine here, I get the sense that they really feel as though you're taking an active approach to this connection. You're definitely somebody who goes after what it is that you want. You're really in a state of masculine energy right now. And with good fortune here, this to me is the same energy as serendipity, of them viewing you as they don't know. Like I almost get the feeling that they have no idea how they got so lucky to be with someone as amazing as you. And I think that might be why the Two of Cups is reversed with this spiritual cleansing and this jealousy, is that it's not upright because the two of you you're currently working on it, but it's not quite figured out just yet. When it comes to the advice that you have, we have, what do I know without knowing why or how? Crack. And this is a walnut tree. And what this is indicating is that there are certain things that you can think about and ruminate over, but this is encouraging you to quiet the mental chatter and allow space for your heart space to kind of give you the answer. There's a need to tap into your intuition in life, or perhaps in this connection, but this is what's coming through. And of course, if you have an interpretation that is really resonating for you, you should absolutely listen to that instead of what it is that I am saying. But the question is, what do I know without knowing why or how? So that's what I'm seeing for you, pile 4. If this resonated, I would love to hear about how in the comment section down below. If you'd like to book a private reading with me, you can do so in my Etsy shop, and the link is in the description box of the video. And thank you so much for letting me read for you. This is something that I really, really enjoy doing. And if you haven't already, please hit the subscribe button so that I will have the chance to read for you in another video soon. Bye.